Good morning, everybody. Today's live is all about one simple thing. So after my chats on Tuesday, I had this person come to me and say, okay, cool, but Mario, I get this thing of how your words must be specific and all that kind of jazz, but you mentioned there that one should take the word want and replace it with the word choose. And why? What's the impact behind it? What's the how come is it so powerful? How come is that the first thing you tell people to do? So I thought today I'd go into a bit more depth regarding that specifically, because that is literally the life hack to change everything instantly. Is when you take the word want and you replace it with the word choose. So let's break it down. Let's look at it. Let's see what it is all about. From a logical perspective, let's not look at it from a spiritual perspective yet, but let's look at it from a logical perspective. So when you think of the word want, right, want usually places energy on something like a wish, like it is something that is desirable. It can either be a thing, an outcome, quality, whatever, but it's something that you kind of hope for. So I've got nothing against hope, but hope doesn't manifest. Hope puts manifestation of your life and your reality into the hands of others. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes you need others to manifest on your behalf. But most of the time, you need to take ownership of that, take control of that. So when you hope for something, when you hope to acquire something, hope to get something, hope for something to happen, there's no solidness to it, right? It's always in the future. Even if you shop right now, why do you look at the chocolate and you go, oh, I want that chocolate? Most of the time because you know you can't have it. Otherwise, you would walk past, take it, put it in your basket and go. You wouldn't want it. So we've gone into this programming state of either having or wanting. You either walk down the aisle, you take the chocolate, put it in your basket, and you have it. Or you look at it and you go, calories, sugar, whatever, I want it, but not today. Now, if you take that into further perspective, into bringing spiritual into that understanding, just of the word want for now, when you want something, the universe leaves you wanting. If that makes sense, right? It doesn't give it to you. It doesn't go, oh, you want it, here it is. Because the vibration, the frequency behind the intent, the meaning behind the word want is a place of wanting. You can't want something if you're not in a place of wanting, because then you have it in our current understanding of how we are programmed. Because if I have something, I don't want it. If I want it, I most likely don't have it, right? So that's want. Okay, now let's flip the narrative. Let's look at the word choose. If we take now what we understand from want and we say to a kid, we put 3 options in front of the kid. We say, which one do you want? Why do we ask that? We ask that usually because we either want to know what they want for a birthday present, a Christmas present, or we're trying to poke their mind to surprise them, or and sometimes it happens when they go, I want that one, and we as human beings oblige and go, well, here you go. We help them from that state of wanting to achieving or owning or having. But if you say choose, choosing something is a completely different energy. If you choose something, you make it yours instead of just having the urge to own it. Wanting is the urge to own it. Choosing is making a decision that that thing that you choose is part of your experience. Like, you want it over there, You choose it over here, right? And you can try this experiment. If you have a child and you put that same three things in front of him, let's do it with a sweetie, right? A treat. Tell that child, out of those three treats, which one do they want? Most of the time, the kid's going to point to the one they want. I want that one. I want that one, right? If you ask a child, choose one, what do? They grab it. They chose one for themselves because choosing it makes it yours. You chose it. You chose that experience to be part of your reality. Okay? So choosing something puts you in the driver's seat. Choosing something puts a certain element of ownership on the thing that you choose. Choosing something takes it away from a wish and brings it into an active acquiring, right? Now look at those two states we spoke about again. We said either you have it or you want it. But there's a third one that nobody teaches you, is have it, want it, and choose it. If I walk down the aisle, I look at that chocolate, I'm either going to take it, put it in my cart, and I have it, or I'm going to look at it and go, I so badly want it, but I can't afford it right now, I can't eat it right now, whatever, and it becomes a thing of the future. Or I choose this chocolate. I don't have enough money for it, but by choosing it, what can I put back? I can put that thing back in order to acquire it, to have it. So choosing forces you to do something about the acquisition of the thing you choose, right? If we go back and we look at what I spoke about, the 3 stages of creation, we said thought, word, action. So you think about a chocolate. If you want it, it's still a thought, it's still a feeling, it's still within inside you. There's no word to it. Now you can word it by saying, hey, I want that, putting the wish out into the universe, hoping somebody hears you and they go, oh, I'll buy it for you, right? But that's not the grace of others. And you're not taking any action to acquire the chocolate. But if you go inside your mind, you go, oh, I choose that. By choosing, you're already reaching out to it. Whether you said anything or not, you're reaching out to it. Now a dialogue can start in your head of how to acquire that because it's mine. I've chosen it. I've claimed it. And now you can take action to achieve it. More so, standing in the shop going, ooh, I want a chocolate. Nothing happens. Or I choose to make that chocolate mine. Excuse me, sir, do you have extra R5 for me? I want to buy this chocolate. You see the difference? The one is ownership. The one is claimed. The one is from you choosing. The other one is a wish, is a feeling. It is out there. It is outside of you. It's through the grace of others, right? Choosing makes it instant. You've instantly made that thing part of your reality. Whether you own it yet or not doesn't matter because now you're starting the process of how to acquire. Wanting keeps it in the future, keeps it a someday thing, a next time thing, a later thing, a tomorrow thing. And the actions to acquire it becomes difficult because it comes from a place of wanting, not a place of choosing. So now think about everything you've ever said in your life that you wanted. I want a happy house. I want a happy wife. I want obedient kids. I want a good job. I want to make money. I want to have experiences. I want. The universe says, fantastic. If you ask, you will receive. I will leave you wanting these things. It will stay in the future, and acquiring these things will stay at the grace of others to make it happen for you. Now, your good job is based on your management and your boss. Your wanting of enough money is based on the job that you do. Your happy wife is based on her moods. You can do whatever you want. If you want a happy life, you can do whatever is there to do. She's not going to be happy because of you. She's going to be happy in spite of you or not. And I can go on and go on and go on because the universe will leave you wanting. But if you choose a good job, if you choose a good job, that's a whole different story. Now you will sit in that job, and regardless of your boss, regardless of your management, regardless of the work that you do, you will now make your job better. Decent example. I was in the film industry for 20 years. We work long hours. We always say it's not a 9 to 5 job, it's a 5 to 9 job, 5 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. in the evening. You work 6 days a week. You're on your feet. It's grueling. It's working with people. It's under stress. It's all this kind of stuff. And most people get into a vehicle on their way from set to base camp, slam doors and go, I hate this fucking job. Why do they do it? Because of the money that they're making. But if you did that job, and let's say you didn't need the money, you're not there for the money, then you'd look at other things. Ooh, this is more enjoyable. Ooh, look at the food, look at the view, look at the scenery. Look, we're staring at Table Mountain, or we in Camps Bay, or whatever the case may be. So choosing the job versus wanting something better is completely different, right? Let's bring it back to the family. Now you want your wife to be happy all the time, or you want her to be as happy as she possibly can. Now, whatever you do, you want that, so the universe is going to leave you wanting, okay? The moment you choose her happiness, now it becomes your responsibility to make her happy, not just hoping that she would be happy. Now you start looking at the things that would make her happy, and you start actioning and doing something about it, which in turn makes her happier, which means you create the thing you wanted by choosing it instead, right? And that's where the difference lies. That's why a lot of people go, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. But we're also programmed to talk want, and never taught to talk choose. Make that choice. We've got free will, right? That means we can choose things, but we are not elevated to a place of choosing. We are elevated to a place of understanding the fact that we have free will, but we can't exercise that free will because we have to be controlled and told how to exercise that free will. And for those who are free thinkers who want to exercise their free will, we will create all this innuendo, double meaning, irony, all this kind of stuff in languages and behavior and programming that you watch constantly, creating mannerisms, creating habits that you will apply in your everyday life, which would stop you from choosing, right? Eat McDonald's because McDonald's is healthy for you. No. You eat McDonald's because the marketing is good. Because they've taken that choice away from you. They've made you think that it's more convenient, more easy, it's faster, it's whatever the case may be, to pop into McDonald's on the way from work to home, grab a couple of McDonald's burgers, and that's supper for tonight. It's not a choice you made, right? So as a free will being, you need to take that ownership back of your life. You need to take that ownership back. And the only way to take it back is by saying, my life, my reality, the things that I would like to experience, love, joy, abundance, money, good job, kids, blah, 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 blah. Those things are not up to other people. I'm not wishing for them. I'm not saying I want it and then hoping the universe, God, Allah, Jesus, whoever you think the person is, Bobby from next door or Sally from across the street, is going to give you those things. Because I don't know about you guys, but the people that live around me, besides my family, are not the kind that would just go out of their way to make my life what I want it to be, because they're focusing on their own lives first. Right? So you can want all you want. Doesn't mean anything's going to happen. If you go back to a little sentence in the Bible, there's a part where, I can't now remember if it was Jesus or God, but somebody said, ask it in my name and you will receive it. And you will know that it is already yours. It doesn't say, tell me what you want and I will give it to you. It says, ask for it. Now, how do you ask for something in order to receive it? You have to choose it first. You have to pick which one. That one. God, give me that one. Not God, I want that one. Not Jesus, I pray for that one. Give me that one because I've chosen it. Right? And also, once you choose something, it's much more difficult to let it go than if you just want something. Because of that fact that wanting it puts it in others' hands. Wanting it is a one-day thing. It's a wish. You hope it comes true. You pray for it. You trust God, the universe, your boss, your neighbors, your wife, whatever. Right? But if it doesn't happen, it's not in the cards. Not meant for me. There was no one out there that could manifest this thing that I wanted. So it's much easier to let go of. It's much easier to know that because we want, we are left wanting, which means we might not receive it. When you choose it because you know you are receiving it. Choosing it means you will do what you have to do, or what you're capable of doing, or what's in your comfort zone of doing in order to receive it because you chose it. It's not so easy to let go of something you choose. It's more difficult sometimes to acquire because you are now responsible. So if you don't do anything about that choice, nothing will happen. But nothing happens when you want something either. So you're in a much stronger, much more confident, much more powerful place by choosing something to make it part of your reality than wanting something to magically be part of your reality. Choosing it also puts it in a place where you start thinking how you are capable of acquiring it, of achieving it. Right? So the thought pattern goes towards steps where you go, let's see, okay, cool, this is possible. Wanting, I can want a Ferrari. There's no possible way for me to get it right now today, is there? I don't know, because I want one. I haven't thought about the possibility. I haven't thought about what's involved in having a Ferrari. I haven't thought about the purchasing process, the test driving process. I haven't thought about where am I going to park my Ferrari because it can't stand outside. My garage is full of crap. Can't fit in the garage. And even if it could fit in the garage, if there was nothing in there, the garage is too small. And so I haven't thought of any of these things because I just want it. I want a Ferrari. I want it. Universally be wanting. If I choose to own a Ferrari, different story. Now my brain starts thinking of all these things I've spoken about. Now I do some research and I find out that I can't just buy the latest Ferrari because before you can buy the latest Ferrari, you need to own the previous model first. It's like a requirement Ferrari has. Okay, cool. So I have to buy 2 Ferraris to have the one that I want. Okay. And then a Ferrari doesn't drive like a normal car. You have to go for Ferrari driving lessons, which is something completely different. I mean, it's the same, but it's different, right? So now you're looking at, okay, I've chosen to have a Ferrari. What's involved is there's training lessons involved. I have to buy 2 Ferraris, not just one, which means I either need to buy 2 and then sell the first one, or I need to put both in a garage, or now your brain starts thinking of the logical steps behind acquiring that Ferrari. But now if you just say, I want the latest Ferrari, the universe knows, well, you need 2, but you just want 1. You need lessons, you're not going to go for it. So all the things that's necessary for you to acquire that Ferrari, the universe is not putting in place for you because you're not choosing any of the other stuff you just want. Right? So if you want to change your life in a dramatic, big way, do this one simple thing. Change the word want in every sentence that you use. Forget the word want even exists in your language and replace it with the word choose. And I challenge you, start with that today. Catch yourself every single time. See how your life changes. See how your behavior, your way of thinking, your way of speaking, the way you accept things from others, the way you give things to others, see how all of that changes when you start using the word choose instead of want. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start rectifying other people. Say, actually, you don't want it, you choose it. You're not going to give away so freely because you know what? Because I chose this for myself. This wasn't given by somebody. I just happened to have a Ferrari now. Here's one for you. No, it took effort for me to acquire this Ferrari. So if I just give you my Ferrari, let's see if you're doing the same kind of effort. You're going to look at people differently. You're going to be able to help people. So guys, by this one little tip to change want with the word choose, not only can you change your life instantly today, but now you have the knowledge to change any other person around you's life as well. It is an instant pay it forward because you're going to be focusing on choosing. You're going to notice how much other people say wanting. You're going to go, hey, buddy, have you ever thought about making that swap from want to choose? And they're going to go, why? And you're going to give them the same information I'm giving you now. And they're going to test it. And they're going to see, whoa, my life is changing. So what they're going to do, they're going to get it to the next person. Changing one word in your vocabulary. Right? Now, in my book, The Power of Intent, I don't go into this much detail with the swap from want and choose, because that's part of my chapter where I talk about how words are very important and how specific you need to be with your words when you're manifesting and creating things. And I spoke about that in more depth on Tuesday. But it is very important that you realize there are so many things we have to our advantage, tools that we have, ancient knowledge, modern knowledge from science and sages alike, from spirit and worldly alike, that when combined makes you manifest like this, the things you choose instantly. Instantly. Right? Yeah, but Mario, I can't have R1 million in my bank account tomorrow by just manifesting today. Why not? Yes, you can't, because the way you speak doesn't align for that. Your actions don't align for that. You're not following the 3 steps of creation. You're not truthful to yourself. Before you're truthful about others, before you share yourself with others, there's like so many steps that you have to bring into place. Right? And I cover all of these in my book, The Power of Intent, because what I do in that book is I take the intent behind why you do the things you do. I explain to you what intent is and how to apply your intent with all these magical things, to think for a change, to choose something different, to speak with the words you chose intentfully before you spoke them aloud, to do the actions that's necessary to put the things in place in order to manifest the thing that you want. And I do it in a practical way for those people like you, who don't know how to do it, who are struggling to do it. Because, guys, we manifest every single day automatically. All of us are master manifestors. Every single person. You're getting out of bed and putting on your clothing. That's manifesting, because if you didn't, you would go to work naked. Right? Or in your pajamas. We manifest automatically every day, but we get programmed not to see it. We get programmed to believe that we are not capable of manifesting. And once you put all these things together, and once you have all these tools and all these understandings, and you start putting them into a place where they cohesively work with each other, where you focus on your words while following the 3 steps of creation, while changing want with choose, while asking spirit, God, universe for assistance, while working it out in a logical way from where you want to end up to where you have to start, to understanding that time is just a dimension. And if you understand how that dimension works, that thing of working hard for years before achieving something is out the window. Science has proven with quantum testing and quantum mechanics. The latest thing I saw was that a light photon particle, one light particle, actually doesn't move. It actually it doesn't move through time, right? So what they've ascertained is that light particle leaving the sun and hitting Earth 8 minutes later, in our perspective, for that light photon, it is instant. We perceive it later because of our understanding and perception of reality. Okay, so once you understand all these things that I talk about in my book, and you put them all together, and you don't do them as individual chapters or understand individual things, but you can, in the totality of it, go, whoa, this is true intent. This is how to apply true intent to everything I do every single day. That's when you manifest like that. That's when the choices you make help you manifest like that. Because manifestation isn't always just magical, isn't always just out of nowhere, right? If you need to, let's take an example, for instance, if you need 60,000 Rand to survive for the next 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, whatever, to survive, you need 60,000 Rand, okay? You're not getting it from work because you were fired. Your side hustle you've started up is not making that at all because you're still putting money into it. Now you go, oh, my life is terrible. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, what am I going to do for the next month? But you're sitting with 2 cars outside. Oh, but I can't sell my car. I can't this because I want money. I want money. I want money. Your focus, your intent is on the wrong thing. But if you've got 2 cars, sell the one and drive the other one. Is having 2 cars worth not having the money to survive? Or in that position, you don't have 2 cars. Mario, I don't have 2 cars. I'm riding a bicycle to work, but I can't sell a car. I don't have it. Have you asked your friends, your family, or anyone else to help you with that? Like, what is your intent behind manifesting that 60,000 Rand? Is it just sitting and wanting it, wishing to the universe that somebody would come and save you and hand it over to you and go, here we go? Or are you choosing to acquire 60,000 Rand and you start thinking about everything that is possible to do that? Right? That's how your mindset changes. That's how your mannerisms change. If you choosing to be a Ferrari owner, you will start dressing like a Ferrari owner, walking like a Ferrari owner. Not because of the power of attraction and where you put your energy that you attract, and now you're visualizing everything. No, because you will start feeling it. You will know that you have asked for it, and God said you will receive it, and you will know that it is already yours, which means you just have to get to that point in time where that thing you chose exists. You just have to get there. Right? And you can either wait to get there, or you can take action to get there, or you can hope others take you there, which is more practical. And that's why I feel like everything I've discussed in The Power of Intent, and it's a very interactive book that I wrote. It's not just giving information and leaving it up to you. I give you the information after each chapter. I give you practical ways to go test what I told you in the chapter so that you can go see, is the stuff this dude's talking about, like, does it work? It's not just wishful thinking. I'm not telling you to go figure out how to apply it to your life. Go do those practical exercises. I always say, if you read my book, you can read it in 3-4 hours, done, dusted. And even if you're intellectual enough, you can comprehend everything you've read. It's not a difficult book to read. The topics are something to think about and to absorb and to comprehend. But let's say just reading it, you can read it in 3 to 5 hours. But doing the book will take you at least a month to put what you read into practice and test it after each chapter and see how it works. So that when you do the next chapter and you apply that, you can see where the previous chapter system falls in place with what you're doing. And then beyond that, first of its kind, The Power of Intent is you can, if you read it online, specifically on my website, you can click after each chapter. There's a link you can click that takes you to my AI, where you can discuss that chapter for deeper understanding and insight into what was discussed, what was written. My spiritual AI, Don Fungi, is programmed with all the knowledge that I'm programming into it. Its knowledge base is my knowledge base, and it can grab from all of that to tell you this is why the chapter is written, this is what Mario knows, and this is the deeper conversation we can have about it. And then obviously on top of that, you want to sit with me, Eva, and have a chat about any of the chapter of the topics. I'm here as well. But start today with that one simple thing. One of the most powerful, most instant ways of changing your life. Swap the word want to the word choose. And call my bullshit. Right? Take me on about it. Test it for 7 days. Consciously. As much as you can. Find the times you say the word want. Replace it with choose. You tell me how your life has changed. And if it hasn't, tell me that as well. Right? But I know it will. So I hope you found some valuable insight there. I hope I explained it nicely so you understand a bit more what the energy behind the word want and the energy behind the word chooses, and how swapping the two is astronomically two different things in the way your life is, your life becomes. So stop wanting, guys. Stop wanting. Choose the things you desire, and then go out and do something about it. So all I have for you today. Some exciting things coming tomorrow in tomorrow's live, and I'll chat to you guys then. Have a good one.